questions for Coach Collins and Will Collins?
That's about as complete of an effort as you could ask for, particularly in conference play where everything tends to be kind of tight and comes down the fourth quarter to kind of come in here and play really well, play really balanced. That had to be good to see.
Well, we played other. I felt like we played really well at Kennesaw State, you know, but this was probably we shot the ball better, and that's what you saw, and then we were more consistent throughout the game. We had a good lead early, and then they kind of made a little run and shortened it up. But I was proud of them coming out of the locker room. We talked about some things at halftime, and they came out and stayed focused throughout that third quarter and just maintained a better level of consistency. And so, in that, you know, the number one thing I'm proud of is that ball movement. The ball movement is great. It's the best that we've done in years. And we had 23 assists tonight, not because the ball movement was that much better tonight than it was even on Thursday night or even last Saturday. The ball movement was good then. We just didn't shoot the ball well. And so it doesn't show up in assists. And I told you guys, like, we're averaging 16, but I don't think it's a stretch for this team to have 18, 19 assists in a game. And tonight it shows up in 23. And that's just a lot of unselfish play, and that makes a team tough to guard.
Obviously, Acacia not available today. McKenzie just stepped in that start lineup, wound up with, you know, you mentioned the assist, wound up with 10, our first career double-double. That kind of speaks for your depth, and that's got to be good to see that next person kind of step right in and pick up.
And we love Case. We want Case to get well and get back, and so we want her to be right back here with us because she adds another level of really a threat on both ends. I mean, she's a defensive presence, but I was proud of Kenzie. Come in there and give us a double-double and took care of the ball pretty well, but we're going to work on jump stops. We're going to keep working on it, and they're going to learn how to get on 2 feet and cut out all these stinking walking turnovers.
It's 5 in a row now, and he said it felt like it was really complete on both sides of the ball. What's clicking for this team right now on both sides?
Well, the number one thing is the unselfish play on the offensive end, and credit to Sam Houston. They did a good job in their defensive transition. Like we got some transition baskets, but they were mostly uncontested or 2-on-1s. They did a pretty good job slowing us down from getting down the floor and getting quick early good shots. And so the defensive communication keeps getting better and better, and it really does show with that first group. You know, that you just see, you know, Destiny's talking in the back, and you see Zophie moving, and you see Josie. We were about midway through the second quarter. I turned to Coach Buchanan and said, they about tired of seeing Josie Gillen. Like, she was up there guarding the pants off anybody who had the ball, and they were tired of it. And so I think that knowing that she's got players behind her that got her back, you know, and as long as we play without fouling, and we put them at the free throw line way too much. And we put on the board at halftime 47-13. And they were trying to figure out what those numbers are. And that's what the score would have been if we hadn't put them at the free throw line 11 times and given them 9 points. And so we didn't fix that in the second half. We still fouled too much. But the communication on defense and the unselfish play on offense, those are the two things that we're doing a decent job of.
I want to talk about Josie just a little bit. I'm not sure I've seen someone play as aggressive as she does on the defensive side of the ball. Can you talk about just her mentality on that side?
Yeah, she is the Energizer Bunny. She never runs down. She should have a NIL deal with Red Bull or anybody that, I mean, she's just tireless and darn near indestructible. And she just keeps going. And really, the areas that she's made the biggest growth in, and she's always worked hard. She's always played hard. And even in high school, when they were winning back-to-back state championships at Sacred Heart, she was always close to a quadruple double. Now I don't mean that every night she had 9 in all those categories, but she'd have 7, 6, 11, 12, and all the time. The two areas that she's made the biggest growth in, one, offensively. We worked tirelessly, and then she worked relentlessly in the off-season, continuing to shoot the ball and work on that and just simplify the things that she's doing on offense. And you see that. She's a confident and an effective perimeter shooter, and she's pretty good around the rim. And then the other thing she's worked on defensively is playing without fouling. I'd say, Joe's, who can shoot over you? And she's like, nobody can. I said, so stop. Foul them and let them shoot free throws. If they can't get by you, they can't shoot over you. So as long as you don't foul, they're kind of done. And that's where she's really learned on defense, is that my presence is my pressure. And so when she does that, and then offensively, she's confident, she's settled, she's under control, she can make spectacular plays. We just need one spectacular play and 9 simple, consistent plays.
The rebounding winds up even, but it was one of those things where, you guys, particularly when the game is still being decided, you guys looked really good first half. Maybe let up a little bit there late, but it seemed like there was extra emphasis on the boards today that had to be good to see.
Absolutely. We watch film. We work on rebounding. We don't work as much since John Butler told me to stop doing deep rebounding drills, and that's worked, so credit to Coach Butler. But we still do a little bit, and then we watch film, and we talk about it. When it's a point of emphasis all the time, we don't have to be the best. I mean, they're one of the best rebounding teams, offensive rebounding teams in the conference in the country, and they do a great job. And so but we can't be the worst, and we can put a lot of defensive pressure on you. We can force you to make turnovers. We can get steals. But we also got to get stops by just ending the possession and not allowing you to get second chances. And so we're working on that.
That first quarter there, I don't think you made a sub after that entire first quarter. It's not the first time that you've done that.
Mm-mm.
That just kind of, establishing, trying to get that first 5 getting going and getting as far ahead as you want to.
They were doing a good job. And the pace of the game wasn't frantic. I mean, it was controlled, and my number one concern was foul trouble, because we had fouled. And I think we had 14 fouls in the first quarter, I believe, and we finished that last 3+ minutes without fouling and putting them at the free throw line. And I was real proud of that, but I was concerned that somebody was going to pick up a second foul, and so we got through it. And we were ready with Maya Pratchett was ready, and Salma was ready, and Mariama Sal was ready. Now, she didn't play later because she hadn't played earlier, and she just said, "Coach, I'm just not loose and ready to go." And so I appreciated her honesty, and she'll be ready to go Thursday.
23 assists on the night. I can imagine you're pretty pleased with the level of ball movement on the court.
Yeah, no, we've that's what I said earlier. Like, we've moved the ball in other games before this. We just didn't get 23 assists because we missed a bunch of stinking shots. And so tonight we made some shots, and we get to see the results of that, And so the unselfish play on offense is a key. It's something that we do well, and we take pride in that. And so on any given night, it might be Destiny Salary. It might be Lexi Mead. It might be Zoe. It might be Joe. You got to guard everybody. And so when you get that unselfish play, and we had some good passes that we still missed a layup, or we had some good cuts and we threw a late pass and it was behind, or we led somebody too much. So there's still, I know 23 is good. Don't get me wrong, I'm thrilled with that. But that's not our limit. That's not our limit.
I think that unselfishness is kind of epitomized by there late in the game, Tia and
Maya.
Well, on that fast break, and Maya gives the ball to Tia, who gives it back to her. And
Yeah.
She scores. You can tell she was trying to get Tia the ball there.
Maya wanted Tia to score,
Right.
but I appreciate Tia's like, no, you got the ball, you go ahead and get it. And so she should have just thrown it up and let her get a dunk. And so that would have been better.
Headed into next week, you mentioned the Casey. Will she be available for the all next weekend, and is she okay?
Day by day right now, and she's, we're supporting her. We love her to death, and she's a phenomenal player and an even greater young lady. And so just day by day, we're going to be there for her.
Coach, talked about that unselfish play style that you guys kind of developed it coming into the year with so many new additions. You said the chemistry was a big part of that, and it seems like, especially over these last couple of games, that chemistry has really come to the forefront. I mean, I don't know if I've seen so many smiling faces when they play together. I mean, winning helps that, of course, but I'm sure you have to be happy with how the chemistry has developed up to this point.
Yep. And how far are we to the Daytona 500? It's close. It's not too far. Yeah. So the chemistry, we did a lot early to build trust off the court, and I sort of halfway agree with you that winning helps. It's really when we lost to Liberty and we lost to FIU, and it's the adversity that challenges you, and the adversity can make your team go this way or this way, and you have to kind of work at it because we all kind of want to get away from. We want to swipe left, and that's not it, And so we I'm proud of the young ladies, proud of all of them and the coaches, and really trying to make sure that things go this way. And you know, a lot of that credit goes to the upperclassmen, including Casey and Destiny and Lex and Joes and Kinsey, the returners, and making sure that that does happen the right way. And so, you know, we just got to keep doing the same thing every day. And I mentioned on the radio before we came in here that, you know, we were excited, we were glad, we were elated that we had a big win last Saturday. And we enjoyed that day. And then Sunday we did our rest and rehab stuff, and we came in Monday and we started getting ready this week. And that's what we'll do again this week. We'll start getting ready for UTEP Monday. And so that we've got to continue to just stay locked into that process of what you do every day. And it doesn't depend on the outcome. The outcome depends on what you do.
Any more questions? All right.
Is it going to be,
I was going to ask him, do you think the Dodgers have enough players or what? Do they need more?
who's your favorite team?
Phillies.
That's it.